Hi, welcome to Sefeo podcast. I'm Ratnodian as the host tonight, and we have Rosadan and Winnie here as the guests. So, enjoy it.
How are you doing?
Great, thank you. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. And by the way, since this is the first time we met, I want you to introduce yourself, please. Let me introduce myself first. I'm sure that you don't know me. My name is Dian. I'm from East Java. I live in Mojokerto to be exact. I'm a mom. So yeah, that's all from me. What about you, Mas Rosaden?
Yes. Which East Java do you live, Miss?
Mojokerto.
I'm originally
Do you know
from
that?
Probolinggo. I'm originally from
Oh.
Probolinggo, actually, but currently living in Tangerang.
Tangerang. In
Nice
which part?
to
Which
know.
part of Tangerang?
BSD.
Oh, it's quite far from the place I worked
What
back
was
then
that?
in 2015. Petukangan Selatan.
Oh yeah, that's Tangerang City. Yeah, it's pretty far.
Yes, I used to work there. Okay,
Oh,
Mas
nice.
Rosaden, nice to meet you. What
Nice to meet you.
about Mbak Winnie?
Right. Okay. So my name is Winnie. I live in South Kalimantan, and I'm actually a student majoring in English education.
Wow,
Oh, that's great.
good
What
for you.
semester are you now?
Actually, kind of new, just applying to be
Oh,
a university
freshman.
student. Yeah.
Okay, so you are around 18 or 19, right?
Oh no, actually, I took gap year, so yeah, I'm actually older than that. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a fresh graduate.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay, nice to meet you here. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about an issue, which is actually we're gonna talk about I'm not gonna say it gender equality, but it's more like gender roles. I know that this this issue is kind of sensitive, but yeah, let's tackle it because I think this is very important. Now, let's begin from question number one. Does the way we were brought up impact on how we see gender roles? What do you think, Mbak Weni?
Does the way we were brought up impact on how we see gender roles? I'm sorry, I actually kind of have a difficulty to understand the question. Can you maybe elaborate a little bit?
Yes, like
We were raised probably.
yes, we're brought up
We were raised in a family.
Let me
Raised in a
give you an
family.
example. I know this guy. This guy is a friend of my husband. So he used to live with my husband. He was my husband's roommate, and he didn't do the dishes. And my husband was upset at that time. And my husband asked this guy, his friend, why don't you want to do the dishes? And his friend said that in my family, men don't do the dishes. So that's the way their parents brought him up. Ring a bell?
Yep. I got it. Right. I've seen a lot of cases like that. Like, as a woman, mostly they are raised, as a woman. I mean, like you can't do sports like men, or you can't do this and that, and women, they are raised under pressure too sometimes, like you need to get married before 30, and because that's the culture. And yeah, I think I don't know, I kind of disagree with the idea of I kind of
Stereotype?
disagree. Right. I disagree with something like that, because I don't think that's how it works now. Right now in this era, I mean, we can do whatever we want. Like there should be there shouldn't be anything that will hold us from doing something that we want. So it's because women tend to do the dishes. It doesn't mean that men cannot do that, and vice versa. Just because men do a lot of sports doesn't mean that women cannot do that. So, yep, it really actually had, because the question is about impact. Yeah, I think it has an impact in our lives. Of course, it has an impact on our lives, but yeah, well, I get a little confused, but yes, I disagree with the idea of, there's that we differentiate the genders, like, you're a man
The
and you have to do
roles.
this, and you're a woman. Yeah, you're a
Yes.
woman and you have to do this. I disagree with that. You can do whatever you want as long as you're capable of doing it.
Okay, so how did your parents teach you? I mean, some women don't do the electricity stuff, but what about your parents? Did your parents teach you how to handle things that men usually handle?
My mom likes to tell me that, women usually, do this and that, but I am not living, my life where my parents force me to do something. Like, I know they tell me, oh, in order to be a good woman, you have to do this and that. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Yeah. That's actually true. Where when my parents tell me about it, I'm not like refusing it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's actually a good thing if women do that. But they never force me to do something that I don't want to do.
Oh, it's more like a
And,
suggestion.
Yeah, and I was also growing up playing sports with a lot of my male neighbors, and they never have any problems with that. So I think, my parents are telling me, they're telling me, but they're not forcing. That's how I was raised.
Okay, that's great. I think your parents has done a great thing. Now, Mas Razadan, right?
Yes.
How should I call you? Raza or
Rozadan, you can call
Razadan?
me Rozadan. Just Rozadan.
Okay, Razadan, Mas Razadan.
Okay.
Still, just the way we were brought up, impact on how we see gender roles, like the way your parents brought you up.
Yes, I just check on the whole questions here, and I can tell that they are huge questions. I'm not qualified to answer.
Okay.
But I'm trying my best. Usually, the common question that I got is like, "What's your favorite color?" or "What's your favorite movie?" And this time, oh my God, it's another test. Okay, my humble view about question number one, that the way how you're raised by your family might impact the way how you see gender in life, and I'm not the one who judge if it is right or wrong. But then again, when it comes to marriage, right, as you gave an example of a husband who refused to do the dishes because that's how he was raised by his parents, it comes back to the consent between the husband and wife. If wife agrees that wife does the whole dishes, like ever forever. So as long as both husband and wife agree to each other, and there's no grudge on whatsoever, I don't think it's a big deal, right? It's a consent. Probably one thing that I might be against, if it comes to violence. When it comes to violence, no matter how you call it consent, but if it is a violence, so I'm against it. Whatever excuse you have, even though you say that this is how my father raised me, this is how my parents treat me, it's all about violence. That's nonsense. No.
Yeah.
No
So the way our parents brought us up can affect our thoughts. Like, well, yeah, of course, men can, can respect women because of, that's what their parents taught him, right? Yeah, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything? Anything else?
That's all, I guess.
Okay, let's move on to the second. All right. So, in what kind of situation? We jump to question number 3, actually. In what kinds of situation are you prone to be sexist? You know what is sexist? Being sexist, right? Like, all right. It happened to me when I was a kid. My male friends back then, when I was a kid, I was a tomboy. And I liked fighting, like do the boy stuff. But my friends would be like, no, I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to hit you. I don't want to punch you because you are a girl. And men are not supposed to hit a girl. At the time, I was upset. I got offended because I thought, oh, he underestimated me. And yeah, he is underestimating me as a girl. It means he was being sexist. So, in what kinds of situation do you usually being sexist? Like, you're a girl, you're not supposed to do this. You're a boy, you're not supposed to do this. That's sexist. Let's begin from Mas Razadan.
Okay. Is catcalling included?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. When I was in my sophomore years, I was, influenced by my friends that, we prone to objectify girls at the time. We try to, to seduce or tease. That's what we're doing. But by the years, I realized that what I was doing was wrong, and I totally do my best to show the huge respect to women, and of course I treat them equally, having conversation and try to avoid any kind of topics that might go to sexism. And also, what else? I think that's all I know.
Okay, this is very interesting. You said that you used to do that, but then you decided to stop doing it. What made you do that? What made you stop?
I began to avoid toxic friends.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It affects us a lot.
Aside from those catcalling habits, also I began to realize that I was not comfortable with that kind of friendship, because it was also involving bullying, and also there are a lot of things that might do some harm. So by the time I realized that I had to move forward, not to get close with those kind of people. And I had some kind of like a principle that I better be alone but feeling comfortable, comparing to if I have to get along with those kind of people. So yeah, and I started to read the books, motivational books, and I met with good friends that usually talk about
positive vibes.
Achievements. Yeah, positive vibes. That's true. And I changed.
Congratulations, then. I'm glad to hear that.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Winnie, still, in what kinds of situations are you prone to be sexist?
Wow, I think it happens a lot to women. Yeah, it's like I remember when I was in high school, because I kind of enjoy sports a lot too. I used to play football with my neighbors, so I really enjoyed playing football. And when I was in high school, I remember all of my male friends. No, some of my male friends wanted to go, playing football, and I was like, "Hey, can I join you guys?" I mean, I wasn't that bad at it. I mean, I had the ability of playing pretty good football, I would say, but they were like, "Oh, you're a woman." Like, no, they said, like, "You're a girl. You cannot do things, or you cannot play as good as we can." And I was
It hurts
kind of
a
feeling,
lot.
yeah, I was like, I was kind of feeling a little bit offended, like I've been playing football since I was a kid. I'm pretty good at it. Like, why can't I join? So maybe they thought that, if there was a girl in the game, that wouldn't be that fun. And, they would think like, oh, okay, I would go easy on you because you're a girl. But I didn't need that. I mean, you could just play normally. I didn't actually need you to be easy on me. It's like, it's really okay. Just play normally. And I could actually catch up with you guys. But yeah, they eventually, I was included to, when they were playing, I couldn't really join because I don't know, they probably felt like, oh, you're a girl, you're not for this game.
Yeah, I know, right?
And yeah, that happened a lot of times actually, not only in sports, but maybe other things, they kept assuming, oh, you're a girl, you can't do this and you can't do that. So I think, yeah, that happens a lot more often to women than men. Yeah, so in that situation, I was prone to be sexist, I think.
Yeah. Actually, it has reminded me of something. Back then when I was in high school, I was crazy about basketball. Like, I played basketball a lot every single day, even if the weather was hot. Most girls, they were afraid of heat. They didn't want to burn their skin, right? But I played basketball anyway with boys. But again, the situation was pretty much the same. The boys were like, "You were a girl. I would be good. I wouldn't play that hard because you are a girl," just like that. And I got offended at the time, but then I could prove that I could beat them in, it's not a formal match, but yeah, in a match 3-on-3, I beat them. And it was like, oh, that's awesome. You know that I'm a girl and you're supposed to be to feel like a loser or something. I don't know.
I don't know why, but men always think that they're always, so much better in doing sports than girls. But actually, like I said before, as long as you have the ability of doing something, then it doesn't matter what your genders are. Girls can do better too, or, they might have the same ability, but I don't know. It's because that's what people have been saying for over centuries.
Yes.
Yeah. Men are better.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And that always happened.
Okay. Now, the next question. Okay, wait. The next question. Right. I think, yeah, since both of you are unmarried, right? So I want to ask about Winnie first.
I'm married.
You are married.
Yeah.
I thought you were 20 something, like 21 or 22. Okay.
Yeah. My voice is actually younger than what I am.
That's what I mean.
But
I'm
thank
surprised.
you, by the way. I take it as like a compliment.
Of course. You're welcome. Okay, well, Winnie, since you are single, question number 5. If you were married and your husband earned less than you did, what would you be okay with that? I mean, if you're married now, and apparently your husband earned less than you did, maybe less than what you expected, would you be okay with that?
Okay, I'm imagining myself getting married now. I think I would be completely fine with that actually, because I'm thinking about, when you and your partner are together in a marriage. Yeah, it means that, you're okay with the circumstances. There's always circumstances. You decide to get married with someone. It means that, yeah, you're okay to spend the rest of your life with that person. It doesn't matter what kind of situation that you're going to face. I think the only problem, the only thing that would be the problem is that if my husband doesn't want to work at all. But if he is still working and he earns less than I do, it's not a big of a deal. He's still working. He's still, having his responsibility as a husband. He's still trying to actually get money for his family, and I cannot do anything but appreciate him for what he's doing for the family. And yeah, of course, I'm gonna be so okay with that. I don't see there is any problems. I don't see him, as, oh my God, this guy, like how could he even earn less than me? No, because I think when you get married, it means that you're gonna do things together, both of you. So if I earn money and he earned money, we can both like save the money together. We can, give a little bit of our salary and just kind of save it and plan for the future. And there is no problem at all with that. I'm gonna be completely okay.
Yeah, at least he has tried his best, right?
Yes, right, definitely.
We have to appreciate it. Okay, thank you, Mbak Weni. Now, Mas Razadan. I know you are married now, but let's imagine if your wife earned much more, way more than you did. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, why not? That's good. As long as she's not strict.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, as long as she's not strict with the finance, so why not?
Because some men, like, they would feel insecure. Like, okay, maybe first of all they will, okay, I'm okay with that. You can earn more than I do. That's great. But as the time goes along, there would be some problems, right? Like the husband will feel insecure. So what about you?
Yeah, I'm not in that kind of situation now. But if that happens, so it's not a huge deal for me. I mean, then again, if my wife's not really that strict, I mean, of course she has her own money, but we share each other, right? So it was, as long as still enjoy, with our own money, so it's not a big problem. I mean, the pain that you feel because you're jealous of your wife is nothing compared to when we financially broke. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 2 weeks before salary, we have to, what is that? Gali lubang tutup lubang. You find
make
some
ends meet.
Yeah.
We call it make ends meet.
Yeah, make ends meet. That's right. So it's more painful. It's more painful than having some kind of jealousy to something like that. So yeah, it's not a big deal. But then again, I'm not in that kind of situation right now. I don't know how if it really happened to me, but if I picture myself in that kind of position, so I don't find it as a big problem. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I'm trying to unmute my microphone. Okay, so yeah, that's not a big deal for you. Thank you for your opinion. Next question. All right. Still Mas Razadan, what do you think about
Okay.
a house husband?
A house husband.
Have you ever heard about that? Here in Indonesia,
yeah,
I think it's kind of weird. I mean, it's not common,
yeah.
but in other countries, it's not uncommon.
Yeah. I know one of the influencers on Facebook. His name is Arham Rashid, and his wife works as a nurse in one of puskesmas, and he works at home, still working, but at home.
Mhm.
So he, gets along more often with his kids rather than his wife. But they're happy. The key is as long as the husband still has a job, so it's not a big deal. I mean, probably the husband is working remotely, has a flexible working hours, and earn a lot of money. So why not? Probably he's a YouTuber. Who knows, right?
So what if the situation is like? Have you ever watched The Boss Baby 2?
The what?
The movie was released. The cartoon was released in 2020, I think. The Boss Baby 2. It's
Baby Boss.
Baby was Boss Baby.
Baby Boss is animated.
Yes.
Voice. Why?
I just realized that a house husband does exist in that movie. So Tim Templeton was a house husband in that movie. So he didn't work, but he still did the household chores, like he cooked the food for the kids. He,
so he's jobless.
Yes, jobless, but still he did the household chores like cleaning, doing the dishes, and all that jazz. So what do you think about that kind of thing, a house husband?
Yeah. I'm not the one who judge about this matter. But then again, if it comes to marriage, it's all about consent. It's agreement between husband and wife. If they are okay with it, so go with it. Who am I to interfere with their, marriage? So go ahead with it if they're happy. Even though I have my own principle that, let's say you're jobless, but you still seeking for a job. You are trying to find
just
a
like
job.
the old saying, the pride of a man is on their job. Am I right?
Yes. Call me old school or whatever, but that's my principle. Yeah.
Yeah, because we are Indonesian. That's still a thing here in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Zadan. Now,
Thank you.
the same question. What do you think about a house husband?
If something that you explained before, a husband that would just, stay in the house and clean the house, not exactly has a job. Again, I agree with the statement before that our friend said that it depends on the agreement that you have, because you're a partner, you have agreement. And if both of you are okay with that, then it's not a big of a deal. It's like completely okay. So but for me personally, I prefer a husband who actually, has a job, because I think with my husband having a job, it means that he thinks about his responsibility of, doing things for his family. Because obviously I'm gonna think like, okay, he's trying to actually support the family with the financially support the family. And it doesn't matter if he's gonna work at home remotely. Since pandemic, there are a lot of jobs that you can do at home. And for me personally, I would actually need my husband to have a job. But again, it depends on, if you have an agreement with your partner and you're okay with that, then I don't see there's a problem. But for me personally, I prefer a husband that would actually have a job, like a real job, and earn money. And
because
Yeah.
it's their roles actually. Although
Yeah.
it may sound old school or something, but yeah, we are an Asian. We know
Yeah.
that this kind of thing is still a thing. I mean, yeah, we women we prefer a man with a job. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
agree with you. Okay, the last question because the time is running out. Doing the housework and babysitting are a woman's duty. Do you agree with that?
Is this for me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Babysitting and doing the housework, I think it's not only a woman's duty, but it's also a man's duty. Like, that's your child. So why can't you babysit? Like, it doesn't matter, you're a man and you can't babysit. There is not supposed to be a rule like that, because that is also your child. And doing the housework, there's nothing wrong with doing the housework. But maybe for most of the housework, it's commonly, done by women, but it doesn't mean that men cannot do the same thing. So, yep, I disagree with it, because I think, it doesn't matter. You're the father, you're the mother, you still have the responsibility of doing both of these things.
Okay, that's great. Because maybe we know these kind of men around us. They think, okay, I'm the husband, I'm the dad. I've earned some money for you. I'm the breadwinner, so I don't have to do the dishes. I don't have to do the housework chores. I don't have to babysit the kids. I'm too tired to do that. Many men say that. Have you ever come across this kind of men?
Yeah. Again, if you'll understand as a wife, you'll understand that your husband is really tired, and you're not gonna make him like, hey, can you babysit this? Can you do that? And can you do? Yeah. You can see, oh my God, he's tired. I know that he can't do this. He's tired. He's been working all day, and I think as a wife, you will understand that. I mean, you're not gonna, as a good wife, you're not gonna ask him to do this or that, because you know that he's tired. You can see that. But again, for babysitting or doing the housework, maybe the husbands will have the initiative to do that by himself if he's fine with it. But if he's not, then it's also okay. It's not a problem, because I understand you're tired also. So, yep. Right.
Okay, thank you, Winnie. Now, Mas Razdan.
Yes. Okay.
Do you agree with that?
Homework and babysitting are woman's duty. Agree with that. All right. How can a husband refuse to babysit his baby? I mean, that's one of the most fun things to do in the world. I mean, don't you feel you can't you not resist to see how cute your baby is? I mean, how come? I mean, okay, housework can be boring sometimes, right? Doing chores, but having some interaction with babies, playing with your kids. How could those men think it's not a fun thing to do? Come on, it's great. When my daughter's baby, actually till now, when she was a baby, when we went to one of colleagues' a wedding party, the party itself was nothing. I mean, the only center of attraction was my baby, because she's so cute, so adorable. Couldn't take my sight out of her. So like the whole time. I mean, yeah, it's men's things as well. Yeah, including doing housework.
Housework.
Like, but comparing to my wife, I admit that my wife has a better durability and agility in babysit or baby. exactly. I'm easily get drained, exhausted, and tired when I was carrying a baby everywhere. So yeah,
Yeah.
I can admit that woman is the best.
Alright everyone, thank you Mbak Weni, thank you Mas Resident for joining me here. That was great and we had a good time, we had fun discussing this kind of a little bit of sensitive issue, I think. So in a nutshell, men and women in some circumstances they don't share the same roles. But when it comes to doing the household chores, babysitting, like doing the parenting stuff, both men and women are equals because they are parents. They have the same roles. Alright. Thank you for today. I'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.